Hello, boys and girls. You are tuned into another exciting episode of I Am a Work of Art. Each week, we meet young artists expressing themselves through lots of different art forms. In today's episode, we have not one, but two performers, Privani and Priyan. I can't wait to meet them and see what they have up their sleeves. Let's go meet them, friends.
My name is Priyan Reddhi. I'm 12 years old and the art form I practice is classical Indian music.
I'm Privani Reddhi. I'm 12 years old and I do classical Indian dancing.
We are twins.
Well, most of the time we get along, like we play around sometimes.
Most of the time
we argue with each other to who's right or who's not.
There you go. As twins, we usually play together a lot because nobody else to play with.
My name's Roxanne, and this is my husband Suren, and we both are in the field of education. They may be twins, but they're totally different people. They've got totally different personalities. The one's very outspoken, and the other's very introverted.
Each year there was like a swap over in terms of their personality. The one year, the one would be the cheeky one, and the other one would be the calm one. And then all of a sudden the next year, it'll be a switch over where the one was the calm one and the other one was the cheeky one. But I think from the start in the traits of religious beliefs and all that came out very, very early. And it would also relate to the mother's influence because the mother's very culturally orientated. Not me so much, but those type of things were entrenched from the start.
One of the most common things we do is once a week we do a prayer, and usually we do it together, where we go down and we wash the idols and stuff like that and redress them, and we end up fighting at the end, but we still do it together. Yeah.
Obviously, because what we practice in our home is what they are predominantly exposed to. They take a lot from that. However, they attend a Christian school. They follow Hindu practices. My husband and I also are very devout in the way we practice. The grandparents as well tell them many stories, many legends, mythical stories from long, long times ago that they take from there. But they've always known that they can extract meaning for themselves. I think that's very important. We expose them to whatever we can.
The reason why we took out our shoes in this room is because this is where we keep our idols, and this is where we worship most of the time. The reason why we take off our shoes when we pray is because we feel it is disrespectful in a way to keep your shoes on and pray. The most important part, the most best part of the day is going home. And then when we get home,
You don't want to be at school.
then it starts again because then there's the homework to do. And then straight after we do our homework, then it's fun time. So, okay, not really fun time.
Really,
Yeah, so
it's first studying, practicing the dancing, guitar,
And that's the fun
tambour,
part.
so forth. Classical Indian dancing is an art form used to worship gods. It's also a discipline and a way of life. I love doing hip hop also on the side, but it's more or less like a very strong art form. So in hip hop, like you move your entire body or anything, your body has to be in a certain position at a certain time, and there's certain timings, and you have to go along with the singer's voice. If you don't, then you're doing it wrong. And it takes years to perfect it.
There are 8 different classical Indian dance styles. These dances have been regional. All of them include music and repetition in local language, and they represent a unity of core ideas in a diversity of styles, costumes, and expression.
well, classical Indian music is used to back up classical Indian dance. We sing to a minimum of 3 instruments and a maximum of 12 instruments. Our music is, not really smooth, but more of a more rigid type of music because there is a lot of pulling and lots of variations within the music. When you pull a note straight, we do not do that at all. We pull it up and down and left and right and center and everywhere you can possibly go with that note.
I started when I was 4 years old. The original name of the Indian classical art form is Bharatanatyam. I had to leave for 2 years due to some issues with my academics, and I came back a few years afterwards, I think about last year, the year before, and from then I've been trying to catch up with all the things that I've missed. I enjoy it because it's a stress relief for me from school and academics and sports, and it's also a very good way to exercise. Because like I used to be like after I started doing this and soccer and everything, I started losing weight also, and I started coping better at school.
4 years ago, I started music. One of the teachers at the Tamil school decided to start music because they realized that it was a very important part of the Tamil culture. So when they started, they auditioned me and they said I had the voice and that I should do it for the I Stanford, and from then I've been getting gold every year.
First or second place.
Yeah.
That's right, boys and girls. Hard work pays off, which means you must work hard at school and in all your extramural activities. But for now, let's take a quick break, because when we get back, we will dance and sing some more. Stay tuned. Welcome back, friends. We are now going to see Priyan with his music teacher and learn more about classical music. Come along.
Coach, her name is Bharatanatyam. Every time I go there, it's not like only coaching, like do this, do that, do this. No, when you walk in, she tells you, are you hungry? Go cook something in the kitchen. You can. It's freedom, basically.
1, 2, 3, go. No. My name is Vani Muthaya. I didn't get any, I wasn't formally taught. I had no formal teaching of music. It was something that we used to do at home all the time. What I do is I share what I know, what I've learned through being self-taught. Priyan started singing, I think it's 2013. And he came and he just had his style. That's what I'm saying to you. It's something that you're born with. Come. I pushed him and I took him and he started enjoying this. And I realized as he was enjoying it, he was even getting better at it.
In different religions, in different cultures, everybody has music within their religion, whether it's cultural or whether it's just fun or like just happy or when you're like sad and you start crying and singing for some reason or something like that. It doesn't really matter because music brings people together.
This is South Indian. The language we've used is Tamil. The songs we've sung is Tamil. The first song he did was a devotional song which had a tinge of classical style to it. And then also thereafter we did a duet, or a folk duet, a contemporary song. And both these songs he sung at the the Tamil School I Stedford this year. And they went into the nationals and they took gold for both these songs.
Most of our competitions are registered with the Tamil School. The one of the most important one is the regional I Stedford, where and nationalized it for the Tamil culture. It's hosted by the Tamil Federation of Gauteng and the South African Tamil Federation and the International Movement for Tamil Culture. So for that competition, she always gets no less than third place. And I always get no less than second place for my for my singing.
And now it's time to meet Privani with her dance teacher and see what they get up to. Come along!
My teacher is Seema Lala. She's a world-renowned Bharatanatyam dancer. She's a very nice teacher. She's not very strict or anything. Only if you get something wrong, then she'll try and correct you. She does her best to help you perfect your art form also.
My name is Seema Lala. I'm the Artistic Director of Nritya Rupam Academy of Dance. I'm the choreographer as well as the dance teacher. So Privani has been with me for about 2 years now. She's in our foundation level class. Our foundation level lasts from anything from 3 to 5 years. The dance style that she's learning is called Bharatanatyam, which is a very classical art form which originates in the southern part of India. It is a 2,000-year-old art form, but only in the recent years, say about 200 to 300 years, has it been come into a performing art on stage. It used to be done in the temples. Okay, and just do the little thing. That thing, give that thing. Now what must you do? You need to remember, when you turn your head completely, turn completely to the back. That thing, give that thing. In terms of technique, it's very strong. It's like learning something like karate or ballet. So it's a very disciplined art form. But just apart from that, kids also learn to work as a team. They develop a lot of self-confidence. They learn to be able to speak, because you have to learn as a dancer, you have to be able to explain what you do. Especially with this art form, it's not just a dance, it's not an entertainment. It's not just an entertainment. There's a lot of storytelling that we do as well. So a dancer should be able to have the confidence to speak about what they're doing.
Hard to do the expressions because one minute you have to be sad, one minute you have to be angry, one minute you have to go. So it's kind of hard, the expressions, and you have to know each of them by name. They come with different names, so it's quite hard. They even have different hand gestures and everything, so it's kind of hard.
Bharatanatyam is a mixture of two words, Bharata and Kyam. Bharata means feelings and emotions of the melody for music note. Natyam is a Hindu word that means dance. Bharatanatyam performers use hands and facial gestures to express themselves in a distinctive dance piece.
The form is the hardest part because you don't just stand in one position. Each step you do, you have to be in a certain position. So if let's say one step you on the ground or doing a certain thing, you have to stay in that position for about an hour or so until the step is done. So you're first, second, third, second, first, like that.
Over the last 2 years, I have seen Privani actually grow. She's a very shy child, and in these 2 years, she's definitely developed in confidence. Her art form is also progressing quite well. And I hope that she will last our 10-year course, that's how long the course is.
Okay, I've got my eyes set on the goal of becoming a doctor, an anesthesiologist to be specific. I also want, on the side, to be a music teacher for free, and because I know certain people struggle to pay fees and stuff like that, but they really have the talent to do it.
I would like to become a dermatologist when I'm older, and as a side job, teach kids to dance and perform and organize things where they could get income instead of the poor kids in the community.
Wow, how interesting was that? I I'm loving Priyan and Privani because I have learned so many different and exciting things from them. After the break, we get to meet their mentors. Don't go anywhere, boys and girls. We will be right back. Welcome back, friends. You are still tuned into I Am a Work of Art. We are now going to meet Abdul Ansari. Abdul is a South African artist known by many for his unique and charming stage personality. He has performed across South Africa alongside other local and international artists. Abdul caters for all, young and old. From love songs to crowd-jumping hits, Abdul does it best.
The genre that I'm actually involved in is Bollywood, Hindi music particular. And now I've started a new genre which is Qawwali. It's more on a Muslim religious side. I was an introvert before I started music. I was very to myself, and once I started music, obviously you need to become an extrovert because you're interacting with people all the time. You're on the stage, you need to interact with your audience. So in that way it has impacted my life in a positive way. It's made me a better person.
Siri has performed at various functions and also entered Bollywood Idols. She has studied and performed in India, which was a lifetime experience that exceeded her expectations. Through her ambition, love, and willingness to learn, Bharatanatyam has helped her accomplish her dreams as a dancer.
My name is Siri Pillai. I'm a Bharatanatyam dancer and Bollywood dancer. I've started at a young age. I've danced for school concerts, I danced for High Staffords, I also danced for weddings and shows.
How are you doing?
Oh, good, and you?
Your name?
Priyan.
I'm Abdul. Nice to meet you.
My name is Reddhi.
I'm Abdul. Nice to meet you.
Fine, and you?
Okay, so let me guess. You're the singer, you're the dancer.
Yes.
Do you mind giving us a demonstration? Okay, sure. Let's go for it.
வேதம் நிறைந்த தமிழ்நாடு உயிர் வீரம் செறிந்த தமிழ்நாடு நல்ல காதல் புரியும் மரமீர் போல் இளங்கணிய சுழந்த தமிழ்நாடு நல்ல காதல் புரியும் மரமீர் போல் இளங்கணிய சுழந்த தமிழ்நாடு செந்தமிழ்நாடு போதினிலே இன்ப தேன் வந்து பாயுடன் காதினிலே.
Well done, I must say. Well done. I need to hug you for that performance. It was actually well done. Well done. I actually really enjoyed it.
Okay, so how long have you been singing?
My whole life. But officially stage performing, I've been now stage performing for 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, only. But I've been singing my whole life. From the time I was 3 years old, started in the shower, got discovered in the shower. And yeah, that's basically how I started.
The same thing with me.
Also got discovered in the shower.
Yeah. Earlier when I sang, in the one song I put it too high and then I just drop it.
Then there's one thing that you're saying, we go high, and then when you say you drop, how do you drop?
It just I don't know how to carry on from the high note because I can't go further. So I just go down and it doesn't sound very well.
Look, everything needs to be happen with sur, what is sur?
Yeah, should be, yeah.
Right? So now, when you go on a high pitch, okay, I'll give you an example. Like me, I can go quite high. And so when you're going high, you actually just sit right, I'm sure you know, for your breathing. And the song by Rahat Fateh Ali Khan, it's Daga Bazare, right? It starts off by Daga Bazare, hai Daga Bazare, Tori Naina Pade, Daga Bazare. And it goes, Tore na, and then it goes, Ho Tore Naina, 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 Naina. You see? Now that's basically a high pitch. Now that's my highest. You see? So you can actually also reach that. And now I accomplished that because believe me, when I started, I also had a problem with high pitch. And I noticed also, when you sing, try and have a 4-finger gap, meaning your mouth needs to open. So 4 fingers meaning?
Oh, okay.
Higher. Sa, re, ga, ma. Don't be afraid to open your mouth, even when you're singing. With your sargams, it's okay, your mouth is opening. But when you're singing your songs, your mouth is a bit closed. Try to open your mouth more, you can hear yourself more, because you can actually correct yourself also. You see?
Second speed. 1, 2, 3, go. Third speed. That's 1, 2, 3, go.
What made you go into this form?
I always loved learning Bharatanatyam, and I finally got the chance to do it. So I jumped with open arms when my dad told me I can go to India to study Bharatanatyam. And from there, at the first it was difficult, but after that I got used to it and I loved it after that.
I'm struggling with my form on some steps. So how would I improve that?
Like basically you can stand in the mirror, so you need to know exactly what steps you're doing. Most importantly, your posture has to be straight. You have to have your hands and everything in the back, and your foot movement must be in a V shape. So if you keep struggling, keep practicing, and you'll get it right.
How amazing was that? Let's find out from the guys how their experience was and if they enjoyed their time together.
My mentor, Sayuri, was a very nice mentor. She wasn't very strict, and she knows a lot about Bharatanatyam.
She's an amazing dancer. She has the willpower to go further, and I hope soon I'll see her dancing on stage and I'll be in the audience watching her. She can go a long way with her dancing. She just needs to know her eye movements, her gestures, her hand movements, and she'll be fine.
I learned to not be so nervous and to do the best that I can and pursue this art form. She said whenever I need help, I can call her for anything. So, yeah.
With regards to his singing, I must say, when I was his age, I couldn't do half of the things he's doing with his voice. With regards to his tune, with regards to his timing, his tali, his kali, everything is on point. You know, it's just minor touch-ups that he needs to obviously take into consideration. And like, for example, his pronunciation of certain words, his pitches, but that will come in time and obviously with practice.
He helped me a lot with my music and also with telling me that music can be a life-changing experience, and also that music can help you not only by financially but also help you emotionally.
We are the Reddhis and we are a work of art.
That's all we have time for in today's episode, friends. I hope everyone at home has enjoyed our time together. Join us again next week when we meet someone else with a different art form to blow us all away. Bye-bye for now.